Hello and welcome to the 49ers First and 10 podcast. 10 minutes of the most up to date 49ers news first thing in the morning. I'm your host, Brianna McDonald, and I'm joined by 49ers team reporter, Lindsay Polares. The 49ers wrapped up their 2023 regular season on Sunday in their contest against the Los Angeles Rams. San Francisco lost that game by just a point. However, with the first round bye and home field advantage already secured, the stakes of this regular season finale were a lot lower. So I guess let's start there. Going into this game, Lindsay, what were some things that you were looking forward to watching?
Yeah, I think the goal of the 49ers were obviously to close out the regular season, do so by trying to stay in the best rhythm that they could in order to carry them through the bye week and into the divisional round that isn't going to come until the weekend of January 20th. And most importantly, the big premium was to come out of this regular season finale as healthy as possible. And for the most part, the 49ers were able to hit all of those things. I know that win against the Rams is something that probably would have been the cherry on top, but really all eyes are focused on the upcoming NFL playoffs. This was just kind of the final notch before just to close out the regular season. So, I don't think that the loss is a huge hit to the 49ers because, like you mentioned, their postseason fate has been sealed since last Sunday, thanks to their win against the Commanders and a little bit of help from the Cardinals.
Yeah, well, this week 18 game gave a lot of younger players a chance to shine. We saw rookie receiver Ronnie Bell adding another touchdown to his resume. Taylor Hawkins secured his first interception in his NFL debut. Rookie D lineman Robert Beal Jr. recorded his first sack. So, what was it like seeing all those guys take advantage of that opportunity?
Yeah, we heard head coach Kyle Shanahan talk about it in his post-game presser that when you have a game like this where it is lower stakes, you get to see a lot of players, rotational guys, newcomers, younger players that normally wouldn't see as much playing time really get their reps. And like you mentioned, those three players did get their accolades. They made their splash plays. And also, that's good for the development of these players. It's good for the confidence heading into the playoffs because you never know what could happen and when you're the next man up. So it's good to have those things in your repertoire and also just have logging those game reps. There's really nothing quite like it. And I think the 49ers can also walk away feeling really confident in Sam Darnold, who is their second string quarterback, and will be backing up Brock Purdy like he has for the entirety of 2023 in those playoffs. He finished yesterday connecting on 16 of 26 passes, 189 yards, a touchdown, and a passer rating of 96.5. Really solid showing for him. And I think more than anything, if you focus on those first two offensive series, Sam Darnold led back to back touchdown drives. And that's when he had a majority of the starters that did play, the Brandon Ayuks, the Debo Samuels, the Trent Williams out there with him. So you're able to see what he can do with at least a majority of the starters. And it was a very good look, I think. And, you have to go into the playoffs feeling confident in the person that you have backing up Brock Purdy. I think that's what we heard from a lot of the veterans that they have full faith in Sam Darnold should he need to take any reps in the playoffs, because as we've seen, injuries can kind of happen on the fly. They're unexpected. And, the 49ers are just trying to be as prepared as possible. So, yeah, I think a solid showing from a lot of the younger guys, rotational players, and especially Sam Darnold.
Absolutely. Well, the team's main goal in sidelining several key playmakers was to keep them rested and ready to go in the playoffs because the team is dealing with quite a few injuries. I mean, taking a look at yesterday's inactives list, players like Jawan Jennings, Eric Armstead, Jair Brown, Christian McCaffrey, Tashawn Gibson Sr., and Ambry Thomas are definitely going to benefit from the bye week they earned. But are there any more injuries the faithful should be aware of following yesterday's game?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, the goal was to stay healthy. And for the most part, the 49ers were able to accomplish that. Really, the only kind of new injury that we're adding to this list, the new name is defensive lineman Cleveland Furl. He actually made an early exit, suffering a knee injury in the first half of the game. He was ruled out for the rest of the game, did not re enter. Obviously, with the bye week, he's got 2 weeks to get back, get healthy. We don't have any further information on him. Obviously, the hope is that the time amount that there is between now and the divisional round will be enough. But we're going to get more updates from head coach Kyle Shanahan during his conference call, which is actually going to be tomorrow. Typically, we have that on Mondays. So we'll be able to update everyone on that. Other things to note that tight end George Kittle and linebacker Drake Greenlaw were not initially on that inactives list, but did end up getting ruled out of the game before entering at all. George Kittle was experiencing some back spasms and they found some Achilles tendonitis in Drake Greenlaw. So they ended up not entering the regular season finale. They were ruled out before they even got a chance to enter.
Well, now it is officially playoff season, and with all the Week 18 contests wrapped up, what does the NFC's wild card round look like, and what should the 49ers expect for that upcoming divisional round opponent?
Yeah, so it's a wait and see for the 49ers, right? But for right now, this is what the NFC playoff picture looks like. The Packers will play in Dallas versus the Cowboys. Packers the number 7 seed, Cowboys are in the number 2 seed. It'll be the 6 seeded Rams playing against the Detroit Lions. They got the number 3 seed, and then Philly, the number 5 seed, playing against the winner of the NFC South, which are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So because the 49ers are the NFC's top seed, they're going to have the bye during the wild card weekend, and then they're going to host the lowest seeded wild card round winner. So that means the options for their next opponent are either the Packers, Rams, Eagles, or Buccaneers. And it is a wait and see game. I know that the 49ers are going to be paying a lot of attention to the games during wild card weekend and taking this week to just improve, get better, continue practicing and gearing up for their first playoff game, which doesn't come until at some point in the weekend of January 20th.
Definitely, definitely. And that game will be at Levi Stadium. So we're looking forward to seeing all the faithful come out for the playoffs. It should be super exciting. But I know all the focus is on the here and now as the Niners are the NFC's number 1 seed in this postseason battle. But some news came out for the 2024 season last night, and the 49ers home and away opponents have been set for next season. So Lindsay, would you like to share who the Niners are going up against in the 2024 season?
Of course, I know this kind of could get lost, like you mentioned, in the shuffle of the playoff excitement. But yes, we do have a little bit of a look into what 2024 will look like. So the 49ers are going to be playing all the teams in the NFC North, the AFC East, and then they'll be playing the winners of the AFC West, which are the Kansas City Chiefs, winners of the NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and winners of the NFC East, which are the Cowboys, and then they're going to be playing obviously all of their divisional opponents 2 times over, just like normal. Home games are going to include the Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, Bears, Lions, Jets, Patriots, Chiefs, and Dallas Cowboys. Away, you'll have the Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. Then go to Green Bay for the Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So while you're waiting for the wild card rounds to get going and find out who the 49ers are going to face, you can start looking and see which away games and home games you want to attend.
Yeah, I love it. But before we get too ahead of ourselves with the 2024 season, it's the playoffs, and we're so excited to see the faithful at Levi Stadium for that. But that will do it for this episode. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for joining me in this update. Don't forget to follow First and 10 on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Turn on the notifications so you're in the know when we post any breaking news updates. And thank you, faithful, for tuning in.